Hi, I'm Jonathan, the founder of Elevate. We are focused on elevating human potential one business at a time. When you consistently and intentionally raise the human potential in your business, you will dramatically increase sales, decrease your stress and frustration, and make business fun again. In this video, I will reveal to you the 4 key findings that every small to medium-sized business should know about growth and the challenges they'll face along the way, regardless if you're working on your first million in yearly revenue or have surpassed the $200 million mark. In my personal career, I've had the fun of dreaming, building, and selling 3 different companies for over 7 figures. I've had no employees up to 50, and all of those have different challenges. I've had success and failures, and trust me, you learn from both. I've also spent the last 15 years consulting with entrepreneurs and corporations, helping them to increase sales, fix their people issues, and enter new markets. Along the way, I've been privileged to rub shoulders every day with hardworking, talented people that have risked their time, energy, and reputations to build something great. And I've learned a lot from them. Now, I share this with you not to brag or draw attention to myself, but simply to say, I want to help share these lessons with you. I've seen successful people with lots of money be tired and frustrated and with broken and strained relationships because of the price they've paid to build their business. I've been there. But it doesn't have to be that way. I believe that when a person is building it right, their business allows them to live well, live fulfilled, and still have time for some fun. And it also gives the same chance to the people that work for them. So let's get started on our first lesson, the 4 key findings. Building a business is a lot like the joys and frustrations of raising kids to adults. As they grow, each phase of development brings its own unique set of challenges. With some kids, some well-meaning parents might say, don't worry about it, it's just a phase. I don't know about you. That never stopped me from worrying and doing what I could to make sure that my son got through this stage in the best shape possible with the skills necessary to be prepared for the next. Here's a cycle that might sound familiar to you. When a business first starts out, they're in survival mode. It's all hands on deck. They're just trying to make some cash. Decisions are often made quickly in the do you have a minute meetings, where Bob comes by your office and says, hey John, do you have a minute? Everything's dropped to handle a customer. There's hustle. And if you do it right, the orders start to grow. And eventually, as the waters are rising, you might start feeling like there isn't enough day in the day. Maybe you start noticing financial pressures, and you start hearing from the people around you, what we really need is more people. And eventually you give in, you hire more, and then the process starts again. But now it's more complex. The have-a-minute meetings end up taking more and more of your minutes. And then there always seems to be somebody that just didn't get the memo. Well, here's a first key finding. 1, complexity is about employees, not revenue. Money and processes are easy to manage compared to the dynamic impact that people bring to the table. As executives, we spend a lot of time thinking in terms of revenue growth, product development, and I'm suggesting that we shift to thinking about the people complexities that support our growth, and that as we do so, revenue will increase without robbing us of the joy of living well and being fulfilled. The second thing is that each phase of growth has 5 overriding challenges. Understanding the different challenges each phase brings will help you to prioritize and really focus in on what your activities need to be. These challenges and area of focus are to be thought about really in 3 main categories: sales, people, and process. The priority and the amount of focus each gets at each different phase has to shift. But think of these 5 things as 5 fingers, allowing you to firmly grasp and guide the direction of your business. But what happens if you try to hold on with only 4 fingers, or maybe 3 fingers, or 2 fingers? How easy would it be for you to lose your grip, drop the business? How easy would it be for someone or something to unexpectedly pull it away from you? So regardless of if you started the business, you're the entrepreneur, or you've now stepped in as its leader, you need to understand which phase you're at, and more important, has the business mastered the challenges of that stage? Here's a warning. If the executive team doesn't deal proactively with the challenges of each phase as the company grows, they just add up as the company adds people. In other words, these challenges don't go away. They come back to haunt you. It's kind of like having kids. If you don't teach your kids manners when they're infants, they don't just suddenly become well-mannered adults. And if you think having a toddler without manners as a children, that chaos fades by comparison to that same lack of manners caused by a rebellious teenager that doesn't have any manners. Let's think about the sales process. And I'm going to spend a lot of time in the sales area of the business because trust me, nothing happens in a business until somebody sells something. And early on in a business, the boss sells everything. And eventually he starts putting together a team, and he doesn't really have time to train this team. They just have to figure it out. And eventually, bothered by the hassle of salespeople and the problems that come with that, the decision is made to appoint a sales manager. And usually that's the guy or the gal that was the best salesperson. And you know what? They have to figure it out too. But before you know it, there's this institutional sense of how we sell, but nobody has perfected the metrics of what works and why, and more importantly, what should we be doing less of? You see, if this sounds like your company, it's okay. It was right for that phase of growth. It had to happen. But it will kill you or starve the potential out of the business if you don't intentionally master a sales process. I'm going to give you some thoughts on this in a later video, but as a test, I want you to watch this video of a sales gal, talking about the impact and energy that the leadership mastering the sales process had within the company she sales for. This company experienced remarkable growth and was acquired for a healthy margin. I apologize for the quality of the video. I just pulled out my iPhone and shot the video. But ask yourself if your team would talk like this after going through the stress of rapid growth and acquisition.
One of the reasons I want to do this video is when we had lunch, you had a nice way of expressing how it is you came in and experienced the culture here as a new hire, and then kind of the expectations and rhythms that have been a part of your success here. So if you can just spend a couple of minutes talking about that.
Sure. Well, when I first came in, and when Ruben first entered his role as the manager of our sales team and our general manager, we had been learning a lot about rhythms. And I've been considering a lot of those rhythms and looking at how our sales teams operates. And what really struck me was that our team, every quarter, toward the end in particular, has to meet its quarterly goal. And every quarter, there seems to be an unwavering belief that that goal, whatever the number is going to be met. And that unwavering belief, especially I would say the last month of every quarter, drives all aspects of activity. The tone of emails changes. The way that people say hi to each other in the hallway changes. The way that people report sales successes changes. Because everyone is feeding into this, we're just one step closer to the goal and we're going to make it because we always make it. And I get this feeling in our sales team that regardless of what the goal is, it's just the pattern of believing that everything we do is going to get us to that success. I feel that that actually drives the success.
Wouldn't you like to work with her? That's the power of getting the people, process, and the sales right. And I'm going to show you how they did that in subsequent videos. Point number 3, the leadership style that got you started won't help you cross the finish line. Different leadership rules exist for each stage of growth. Growth isn't just about dealing with challenges and knowing where to shift your focus. Leadership styles for both the CEO and the management team also need to change as the business grows in employees and complexity. You know, what's appropriate for a startup CEO who has to be a coach, a marketer, a salesperson, and frankly, sometimes the janitor all rolled into one, that's not going to fly as the company passes the 100 employee mark when a more visionary leadership style or approach is required. So the question is, do you know what your style is today? Do you know what changes need to be made as you progress? And more importantly, do you know what the style of your managers are? And is it the right one? And then we come to point number 4. You have to know what the turbulent zone is approaching and be prepared for it. Now, I use the term turbulent zone to refer to the transition period between phases. Between phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3, a company will go through what I call a turbulent zone, when the things that used to work are no longer working, and there starts to be anxiety within your employees and a sense of frustration on things not getting done, a level of confusion at these turbulent zones as leadership and employees adjust to either increased levels of activity, the need to revamp, revise method, processes, procedures, things that no longer work, or acquire new talents that support growth. Have you ever experienced the complaining of a longtime employee who bitterly expressed disdain for all these new corporate rules? You know, we never used to have to do all this paperwork. We just knew what needed to be done and we did it. Or the new employee, you know, I don't even know why we have an org chart. Everyone just goes directly to Bob anyway. Sound familiar? These are signs of turbulence. You're shifting between phases of growth. So instead of shrinking in fear and indecision, a great team knows it's in transition between phases and knows how to communicate and inspire their people. These turbulent zones need to be managed proactively or they cripple a business. Navigated successfully, the company enters a new phase of calm, rapid growth, expansion, and yes, eventually another turbulent zone. Well, hopefully this lesson has helped you think about your business if you're an entrepreneur, president, CEO, or in another leadership position within a company. In our next lesson, I'm going to dig deeper into each phase, what the challenge is, and some specific things you can do immediately to help your company. So please sign up below to receive our free video series. There's nothing for sale in these videos, just good, solid, thought-provoking, and actionable content. Again, my goal is to elevate human potential one business at a time. If you've enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, post a video on Facebook, Google+, or my personal favorite, LinkedIn. It's going to help me spread the word. Thanks again and see you soon. Don't forget to sign up below and elevate the human potential that's within your business.